Hi, it's Gerald here at Guide to 575, bringing you another community spotlight. In today's spotlight, I am super excited to highlight Leaning Ladder, located right here in downtown Woodstock. And my guest today is Sue, the owner of Leaning Ladder. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, as always, I appreciate you taking the time to open your doors and invite us in to learn a lot more about Leaning Ladder. So how long have you been here?
It was 9 years, August 1st.
And what inspired you to start this place?
I've always loved culinary. I love to eat, I love to cook, I love to grocery shop, so everything about culinary I've always enjoyed, and I was in the corporate world and decided to resign and open up a store where it was all encompassing for culinary. And I had learned about the oils and vinegars. It is not a franchise, and I love that idea because I was able to incorporate the kitchen. And so I resigned from automatic data processing and opened up Leaning Ladder olive oil.
Wow. Well, you can always tell that it's busy, so we got calls coming in, which is a great thing. Now, one of the things that people may not know, because I didn't realize, having been in this area, just how many wonderful things you have inside this location. Now, I know you mentioned the vinegars and the oils, which is absolutely amazing, but what are some of the other things that people might be surprised to find here?
Well, we have, again, the oils and the vinegars, which are always try before you buy. Okay. So that's a nice benefit. You're able to taste all of them. We also have gift items, we have wines, we have salts, rubs, spices. We do cooking classes, we do children's cooking camps, private events.
Wow.
So there's a lot.
Now, see, that's what I mean about it being so amazing that it's right here in city center, Woodstock, right across from the fountain. So it's an amazing amount of opportunities to come in and try products. I know the last time when I stopped in, Joanne had me try the, I believe it was a strawberry vinaigrette.
Correct.
And I wouldn't think that a vinaigrette and a strawberry would get along, but it was really nice. And she was like, just try it. And I was like, okay. And it was actually a very enjoyable experience.
It was
and
good.
So the idea that you have so many options to choose from was a very good thing. So approximately how many of each do you carry, or how many samples can someone experience here?
Well, for the extra virgin olive oils, we usually have 12 out on the floor.
Okay.
And we get those from both the northern hemisphere and southern hemispheres, where the growing seasons are contra to one another. So for the extra virgin olive oils, every 2 weeks I'm getting fresh oils in. And then for the fused and infused oils, which are your flavored oils, we have about 35. And for the balsamic vinegars, we have another 35 to 40. And then we also have the wine vinegars.
Wow.
There's a lot. In total, it's about 90.
You won't find that at your local grocery store, I can tell you that. And it's really an amazing setup here. You mentioned the gift ideas. That's obviously a great amount of options that they have here as well. And one of the things I got most excited about learning about here was the cooking classes and things that happen. And I didn't know how extensive they were, because they were initially described more as a dinner.
Okay.
And the more I learned about it, I said, you know, that's really not a dinner in a traditional sense. It was more of a dining experience. Can you tell us how one of those evening typically goes? I know you bring in a chef and things, so can you tell our viewers a little more about that?
Sure. So the classes are either demonstration, which is like watching a cooking show, or hands-on, where you're actually doing the cooking under the supervision of the chef. Either way, the classes are always BYOB.
Okay.
It's always soup and or salad, the main entree, a couple sides, and dessert. So you will eat the meal, obviously a full meal, and then you take the recipes home with you.
See, I love that. And then you have the classes for the kids.
Yeah, we do the cooking camps, and usually 9 weeks out of the summer. And we do a itty bitty, which is 4 to 6.
Wow.
And then we do ages 7 to 11 and 12 to 16 or 17.
Okay. And do you do adult classes?
We do.
All right.
We do usually 3 to 4 classes per week for adults. And we have some wonderful chefs that come in. We have a Thai chef. We have a chef born and raised in Madrid, so she does a lot of our paella classes or tapas. And then we have eclectic chefs that have graduated from Cordon Bleu, done studies in France, so very good. We've got a great pastry chef, an Italian chef.
Now you know you have a lot to look into when you come here to Leaning Ladder. Is there a particular story behind the name?
No, in retrospect, I probably would not have named it Leaning Ladder because people think it's children's learning toys. They think it's Learning Ladder.
Okay.
Oftentimes it should say Leaning Ladder Olive Oil on that sign, but the way I came up with the name was because I was envisioning the logo, which is a tall leaning ladder on an olive tree. So, because the way they used to harvest the olives, they would have to have that tall leaning ladder leaning up against the olive tree to harvest. Now they shake them.
Yes, I think I've seen those machines, but I could definitely appreciate the origin of it. Yeah, naming, I've experienced that as well, where something that seems to make a lot of sense in one year, you look back and you're like, okay, that's interesting. But it is a great location, and I strongly encourage anyone watching to come by, check it out. It's super easy to get to. It's right here in downtown Woodstock. If you know where the amphitheater is, you know where Leaning Ladder is. How can someone learn more about what you have going on here and how they can come in and maybe sign up for your classes or things like that?
You can visit the website, which is leaningladderoliveoil.com.
Okay.
We always have our classes listed out there, generally about 2 months in advance. And there is a link where you can go to Eventbrite to sign up online for the classes, or you're welcome to call the store and you can sign up that way, or you can come into the store and sign up.
Okay, so there you have some options. Sue, I really appreciate you taking the time this morning to allow us to experience the space. And it's nice and available for us to walk around and check out, and look forward to showing our viewers a little more. Hopefully they've already seen some more during our interview here of just the wide assortment of things that you have tucked away in here. Because it really is so surprising to me to come in and just realize how many things you have in here. But it's a beautiful display. Everything looks wonderful. The commercial kitchen over there for the classes and stuff is just awesome. And I look forward to taking a class myself. I kind of fancy myself a cook a little bit. So.
Well, thank you, Gerald. They are a lot of fun. You need to do that.
I will definitely be doing that. So once again, this is a community spotlight. Today's special feature was with Leaning Ladder here in downtown Woodstock. As always, Guide to 575 is trying to bring you what's on the other side of the tree line of the highway that we all travel up and down all the time. So we'll look forward to seeing you next time here on Guide to 575.